Where are you taking me?
I'm about to change your life.
Then by all means, lead the way.
Elizabeth Schuyler, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Schuyler,
My sister, thank you for all your service.
if it takes fighting a war for us to meet, it will have been worth it.
I'll leave you to it. So look at those eyes. Oh, yeah, I'm helpless. I know. I'm so into you. I am so into you. I'm helpless.
So one of the key questions that literally dozens of members asked was where you got your start.
For me, my parents are pastors, so I think naturally I was voluntold to be in the choir situation, singing in that regard. I was very apprehensive about it, but yeah, I feel like that kind of helped me find musical theater in a way.
Yeah, it's funny that you asked that because we just passed Shirley Temple's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame today as we were out running errands earlier. And that was honestly my first inspiration among so many others. But she just had curly blonde hair and she could tap dance and she was really young. And I'm like, I want like talent and ability and skill set at this age too, when I was like 3 or 4 years old.
I gotta holler just to be heard, and with every word I drop knowledge. I'm a diamond in the rough, a shiny piece of coal, trying to reach my goal. My power of speech, unimpeachable. Only 19, but my mind is older. These New York City streets get colder. I shoulder every burden, every disadvantage I have learned to manage. I don't have a gun to brandish. I walk these streets famished. The plan is to fan this spark into a flame, but damn, it's getting dark. So let me spell out the name. I am the ALEXANDER. We are meant to be a colony that runs independently. Meanwhile, Britain keeps shitting on us endlessly.
There is one individual that everyone is actually rather curious about your experience with, and I think you might be able to guess who that is. But Morgan, perhaps we can start with you of both what it's like to work with Lin-Manuel and then really what it's like to share the stage. So what's been your experience there?
Yeah, I mean, I always go back to just the first rehearsal we had with him where he jumped in and basically was doing Hamilton. He didn't have a rehearsal. He was in the middle of Mary Poppins press, like his press for that. So we had like maybe a few rehearsals before we went to Puerto Rico and hardly any rehearsals with him then. So he was very much like integrated into the company in pieces. So seeing him jump back into his title role, you know, and observing how he somehow, you know, was comfy. He just found himself, he found his pocket, and it was so surreal.